Hi YouTubers, going to make some candles out of some toilet paper rolls, and I have some prepared already. And I'm just going to put a little piece of plastic at the bottom, which is going to hold the wax in, and then I'm going to just use a piece of electrical tape, nothing too complicated, to tape that little piece of plastic to the bottom. And then I'm going to melt some wax and fill these toilet paper rolls up with a melted wax. I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm going to tape these all together just to keep them so they can kind of support each other a little bit better than they are going to be freestanding. Nothing tight here, just as long as they stand together. So when I melt up the wax and pour it in here, there'll be less tippy, and that's why I'm doing this. Okay, we have the pieces of wax, we have the pot and the funnel I'll use to pour them in there. And if you do this with some leftover pieces of wax from trimmings from candles, I'm not going to worry about color coding them. I just want some candles to burn for the evenings, help contribute to some light in the house. So you might want to put yourself something down on top. I'm using a piece of cardboard. Now remember, at the bottom of these I put a little piece of plastic and taped them on at the bottom, and then taped them all together, just so they kind of, you know, the mess stays away, kind of thing. So I'm just going to fill this up with remnant pieces. Just little pieces. It'll all melt down, blend together. If I wanted a certain color candle, well then I'd be worrying about color coordination, but we're not going for any particular color, so we're just going to blend all these colors that I have in this container together, and the color we end up with is the color we end up with, and they're going to burn the same as any other candle will burn. Okay, I'm going to light up the stove and get the melting process started. Low heat, that's a little bit too high. Much better. And just simply put that on top. I'll be back with you in a minute. I need to get myself a little stir stick, and I'm going to use a stir stick just from well, we're in winter time here, so I have lots of little firewoods. You see it starting to smoke? That's just until we get it moving about. Once the melting process starts taking place, that's smoke there. It kind of stinks a little bit, so it's probably better off to do this outside, but that's okay. I'm the only one home, and the smell here will end up leaving. Oh, we got a mess happening. Be back with you. So let me clean this mess up. Alright, we're back at the process of melting down some recycled wax, multicolored. The mess I had was actually a lid, plastic coffee can lid, stuck underneath the pot, and I didn't see it when I put the pot down on top of the burner, and that's what the smoke everybody was seeing there a while ago. But that's okay, we got it all cleaned up, and back at melting down this wax to make some small candles. It's going to be difficult. I'm trying to hold the camera and stir this wax at the same time. Not a super easy process. You can see it down in there. It's starting to work all right. There's the melted wax. Melts pretty easy. The beauty of it is once it starts to melt, it's actually the melted wax that starts melting the other wax. And it just keeps on going and going and going before it's all melted. Then it's horrible. Be back with you. It's doing good. Oh, just dropped the stick in there. Okay, let me just get another stick. It's not going to hurt nothing, but I'm going to try and fish it out of there. Rest up on the side like that. And then I can just kind of pull it out. Hold it here for a minute. Let that wax harden up on the stick. And I'll place it on a piece of cardboard where the rest of it is. I prepared all my wicks on little pieces of stick. Then I'll rest the sticks over top each hole. In the center, and give this a stir. Make sure there's no chunks left behind in here. Nope. Straight out wax, melted wax. Okay, I'm going to set up the tripod, and I'll be back with you. Flame out. There it goes. Everyone's probably seeing the stove here and these inserts. I need to replace these inserts. They're completely finished, beyond repair, and I haven't been able to find any. But I was actually at a flea market the other day, and I seen that they had some on the shelf. So I need to go back there and pick some of them up. I can't remember how much they were, but I know they were the circle ones. They weren't the square ones, and that's what these ones are, the circle ones. So I'm actually looking forward to picking them up and getting these protectors here replaced. So just don't bother worrying about them anymore. Kind of looks nasty, but that's not that nasty. You don't cook food down there anyhow. So okay, I'm going to get the tripod set up so I can show everybody the actual pouring of the candles. So I'll be back with you. Okay, the tripod set up, and I'm going to pour away here. Might make a little mess, but that's okay. It'll harden up, and I'll just scrape it up later. So I'll trial one, make sure it's going to go well. Oh, no, didn't go well, so we're going to stop this process. Throw a whole bunch of these down here, stop that mess from happening any further. The beauty of doing things, you always have the ableness to make a mess. Well, it's starting to get hard already. I'm just going to let the rest of that actually get hard, and I'll just scrape it up. Mess over, cleaned up. I'll put this right in the fireplace, burn it. 1 BTU of heat. Be right back. Okay, so bottom protector method number 1 did not work. Not recommended to use plastic. It's just going to melt. Okay, so we will not use plastic. We will move on to something different. Alright, I'll be back with you. Method number 2. I put them all, I didn't change anything. I just put them all in a plate, and I'm going to pour some in, let it make the mess at the bottom, That mess will harden itself. That mess will harden itself, and then I will re-pour it. And then when they all stiffen up, I will just peel away the little bit of reinforcement at the bottom, and we should be okay to go. Stay tuned. Okay, well in the meantime here, while that's getting back to hardness, I'm going to scrape this mess up. Spilled wax mess here. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Well, I can't see any melted there with my eye, so an extremely hot cloth will deal with the rest. And I don't have that hot cloth right now, so I'm not going to worry about it at this moment. Got the majority of it up. There. Be back with you. Okay, let's give this another try. What I've done is I got a bigger bowl and I filled it with snow. So it's basically going to steal the heat when I pour the other wax in here. This is my hope. We're going to try it. I've never actually made candles using toilet paper rolls before, so, well, there's many methods of doing it. And if I wanted to think about it a little bit harder, I could create a really good way, but nah, not going to do that. Just going to do something real simple here where let's see what we end up with. Could make a big mess, not sure. We'll find out. We'll find out what we're going to get right now. I'm just going to do one. See how it's going to work. But I do need to put the wick in there immediately. I'm going to do two, just for giggle's sake. I'm going to keep the weight evenly distributed here. So far, so good. No leakage is taking place. I'm going to put this wick in this one. there we have it so far. Definitely don't have enough wax, so I may as well do a third one. To make a mess, I'll just have to clean it up. It's that simple. I hope I have enough for 3 of them. Oh, I believe I do. I believe I do. There's the top coming up nice. There we go. And I may as well use this last little bit in number 4. And then I need to melt some more. No leakage. It's a good sign. Everything's looking good so far. Be back with you. Okay, we have some fresh chunks of wax melted up, and I'm going to fill the rest of these because it seems like it's doing okay. Not out of the mess zone yet though. There's that one. There's that one. 2 left. I think I'm going to have enough wax. I hope I am. Boy, that snow in the bowl sure is going down. It's working good. It's taking away that heat. Last one. I hope I have enough wax here to fill it. It's looking pretty good. There it is. I'm going to top this one up a little bit. Good enough. Doesn't really matter how close to the top we are, because I can trim it later. Okay, so far messless. Got a little bit left in the bottom. Oh, you probably can't see it. I can't tip it that much. It'll just spill out. So I'm going to place this on a plate over here, and I'm going to put all the wicks in here. Try to keep them as centerized as I can. A little temperamental here, no doubt about it. Two left. One more to go. Okay, now I need to just let it sit and harden up, and peel the paper away from it, and there will be some candles. Be back with you. Alright, well, they got nice and stiff now, so they're workable. So I'm going to cut off all these little sticks here. Worked out pretty good. Nothing leaked through the bottom. I think the snow underneath the bowl, or the plate, sorry, I should say, helped things out quite a bit. That was my sealer. Stopped the flow from the bottoms. Worked out really good. There's still a little wee bit of snow left at the bottom of that. Not very much, but mostly just water. Okay, I'm going to separate this stuff and start getting into this. It's going to be pretty messy, I guess. But that's what you get sometimes. Messy. It's a little bit warm. Yet. I think I might let them sit for a little longer yet. Before I start to peel away the outer cardboard. Let me try one. See how it's going to go. Yeah, too wet still. See? Inside there is still kind of liquidy, so I'm just going to leave it a little longer. Come back to it. Okay, they seem to be hard enough, and so we're going to continue here at removing the shell. I want to get the tape out of the way because it's just going to interfere when I start peeling away this cardboard shell. So I'm going to remove this tape so it's not in the way. Garbage. They don't even feel warm anymore, so they're definitely hard inside. Garbage. Nice thing with toilet paper rolls is they have this seam on here that keep going down and down and down and down, so they're actually pretty easy to separate. Just got to get it started and then start peeling. Basically peel on a downward motion. So far it's looking pretty good. There's 2 candles here. Another starting line. There's 3. Not a bad color I ended up with. Kind of a rose color, I guess. Garbage. Now they're not professional looking like you'd buy from the store or something, but I'll tell you, they burn just as good. Trim up the bottom there a little bit. Not going to worry about trimming up the top. They'll just melt into shape once I go to use them. Won't take them long. Well, that one worked out nice. It's probably one of the outside ones. Well, there we have it. This is garbage. Some more scrap for the scrap bag. No plastic in there though. That's from the bottom. This one's a little bit buried, so it's going to need a little bit of encouragement. Get rid of some of that wax that's on top. And it's starting to come up. I'll just drip it in the other wax until, there we go. There we have it. This one here will straighten itself out after it's been burning a little bit, melting and filling that hole up. And they will work out just fine. Clean off my sticks for next use. These little pieces of wick, well, I'm not going to keep them, they're pretty tiny. So, garbage for them. Now time to blow them out. Thank you for watching, everybody. Subscribe if you can, please.